Project Management Insights, providing project managers with professional development in the interpersonal skills areas of leadership, team building, and communication. Hello, how's your project management going? How are your relationships on your project team? Today I'm going to talk about an interesting topic and a thought that I had. I've seen a number of business cases, read through them, and wondered how on earth the project ever got through. And when I sat and looked at it, what it came down to was this. There was a budget put in a business case that was so off track for really successful delivery of the project as it was mapped out. And my thought went to the place of, did the project manager put that budget in the project just to get a job? You're probably going to think I'm crazy, and yet that's what it seemed like, because it was so crazily ridiculous, the amount that was put in. It was really clear that there is no way on earth that project could be delivered to scope and on time with the budget that was put in the business case. Have you done this? Have you just put a budget in order to get approval? You know what happens, there's a business owner in the business, wants to make a change, and they have a budget of $150,000. Now they want the earth. They want this really new, fancy, whiz-bang system that's going to do X, Y, Z, A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. And all they've got is $150,000. And you want the job as the project manager. And yet when you put down your business requirements, you really clearly see that there is no way that the project can be undertaken for $150,000. It's just not viable. And yet, what you do is you fudge your business case to make it look like it's possible, because you want a project to manage. And then what happens? You start work on the project, and of course, it takes more and more and more and more time and resources and money to actually create what the business wants. And before you know it, instead of having or spending $150,000 on the project has cost $600,000 and it's still climbing. Not a good outcome. Not a good outcome for you and your reputation as a project manager, and certainly not a good outcome for the business. So don't do it. Do not just put a dollar figure in a business case simply to get the job of managing a project. It is not worth your reputation. And if you're that sort of a project manager, well, you deserve the reputation that you've got, and your reputation won't necessarily be good, because there is no way that it's credible to do that. Your job is to stand up and clearly say, this is what we could do with that budget. Back to scope discussions. Here's the scope that is possible for us to deliver with a budget of $150,000. That's it. And then the business has to decide, well, are they happy with that and only having that delivered? Or do they need to go away and find more funding? This is also one of those cases where if you do your business case properly, you will show that for the business to have what the business wants, it is going to cost $750,000 $100,000. In other words, this project should not be started. There should not be a project at all because the business doesn't have the money to sufficiently pay all that's required to deliver the change they want. And oftentimes this is where the business case, if you don't do your business case work properly, and it's why I get on my soapbox about having a really good, strong business case, that projects are started when, ultimately, based on a business case, they shouldn't be started at all. It's better to stop the project before it even gets started, or not start the project, rather than starting it and then having problems occur around scope issues and or budget issues. I mean, all of this should be very, very clearly defined in your business case so that there are no surprises, there's no issues with needing extra funding, and there's no problems with scope creep. It all comes down to the basic fundamentals of how you manage your project and whether you are managing it from a proper and solid foundation, a really strongly written business case. So if you're going to create a budget for your business case, for the potential project, make sure it's realistic. Go off and get your costings. Go off and ensure that you've covered all of the costs ongoing for this project change, this change that's going to occur from the business, for the business moving forward. And when it goes into BAU, put all the costings in there realistically up front. It's going to be of benefit for you, it's a benefit to the business, and it means that you will truly successfully deliver the change that the business wants, with them having a full understanding of exactly what it's going to cost to do that. All right, enough. I'm getting off my soapbox now. Talk to you again next week. Thank you for listening to this Project Management Insights podcast. Be sure to visit projectmanagementinsight.com and sign up for our monthly newsletter or to receive updates on upcoming training.